about we get started today in child's posture? So we'll start by kneeling, have the knees apart from each other. It's not always the case that you'll need to do that. If you can keep thighs close together and then lower all the way down, then great. Otherwise, usually giving a little bit of space is good. And then you might kind of sway the trunk down and just kind of wake up the hips little by little until you lower the forehead, finding the forehead to the mat or to the hands, forearms, wherever you could get it. And let's allow the body to soak in what it feels like to be in this posture. So in that soaking into the posture, the body will most likely start to breathe more deeply. If you're holding the breath, notice that, and then unrestrict the breath and let it flow through. And let's start to control the breath now. So keeping our minds aware of the breath at all times and aware of the body and the senses. Take a deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, release out through the mouth, letting tension go from the physical body, feeling the hips and the low back release. And then this time we'll breathe into the middle back. So inhale and feel the rib cage expand out, the middle back press up. And exhale, letting tension go from that part of the body. Then work your way up to the upper back and inhale through the chest and the rib cage. Feel those areas expand. And exhale, release through the mouth, letting tension go. Let's go through the neck. So inhale, focus on the neck, breathing in. And exhale, releasing and also relaxing the throat. And then let's just return for a moment to natural breathing, paying attention to maybe there's a little bit of a shift that has occurred from those few deep breaths we took. We're going to start to create a deeper breath, but let's take the arms out if they aren't already out and lift the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms off the mat, and we'll create a breath that goes with the movement. So on the next inhale, slowly lift the head and the chest, look forward. Breathe from the belly up to the chest. On the exhale, release down and keep the forearms lifted but lower the head. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. Exhale, release and lower. Take a couple more of these, inhaling and exhaling. Nice even breath. Next inhale, come up as we did with the head and the chest, but then take the hands all the way off the mat, walking the left hand all the way off the mat, and then the right arm. So keeping the hands shoulders distance apart, it does help to keep the trunk up, and you get more of a stretch through the left side body as you're lifted up slightly. You might get a little intense in the right hip. Just notice that, be aware of it. And then let's walk over to the other side. Left hand all the way off, right hand closer to the mat. Hands, shoulders distance apart. Inhaling, feeling that lift. Exhaling, stretching forward, but keeping the sitting bones down. Again, keep a little bit of a lift here so that you can get that stretch through the right side body. And get it all the way through the waist. up towards the shoulder and the arm. One more breath. And we're going to walk back into the middle. And this time we'll rise up into table and feel the hip flexors open up a little bit after such a long time. So with that being said, let's stretch them a little bit instead of that deep contraction we had, counteract that. The next inhale, lift the right leg and press it behind. Rotate the right thigh inwardly and feel that heel press out. Feel the hip flexors straighten up. And then we're going to take the left foot and kick it slightly out to the left, so there's a little pivot on that left knee. And we're going to reach the right arm up, coming into a modified side plank. However, you can bring the right foot down if it feels like you have a little bit too much weight on the arm. So let your body, make any adjustments you need in order for the body to be here. Find the right amount of challenge. But we're going to increase the challenge a little bit too. So if you have the foot down, you're going to be lifting the leg on the inhale and then lowering on the exhale. But if you have the leg lifted, you're going to be exhaling and bringing the elbow to the knee and then inhaling and straightening back out, and that arm can go up and over that right ear. So go ahead and take 5 wherever you are, lifting the leg and lowering it or drawing the knee to the elbow. I think I'm at about 5. I'm always surprised at how little I can count when I'm also speaking. So once we've taken those 5, we're going to actually switch over right into a pigeon posture. So go ahead and bring that right hand down, bring the left foot so it's lined up with the knee. Draw the right knee forward towards the right wrist, left leg slides back, and then let's sway a little side to side. So we might be sitting on the right heel if we're tighter in the hips, or we might be able to bring the foot slightly out to the left if we're a little bit more open. Now if we have space, we feel like we can stretch forward, then go ahead and release the trunk. And we're only going to be here for about, let's say, a minute. So deep breaths all the way through, really focusing the breath on the areas you feel the most sensation. Every inhalation, we're kind of building that tension. Every exhalation, we have a deeper release. Softening the face, the scalp, unfurrowing the eyebrows, releasing the temples and the jaw. Supporting the head so that the neck can relax. 2 more deep breaths. And we'll come out of this by rolling over to the right hip. So we're just going to kind of go all over the place today. Roll over to the right hip and bring the left leg forward. Take the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And let's inhale, reach the arms up. We're not going to really stretch this left leg because it's maybe not that ready, but let's exhale and bring the hands towards the left leg somewhere and just feel the tightness there. Take a deep breath in, straighten the arms. Exhale, relax in. Even let the back relax and let the head go. Inhale, come up halfway, straightening the elbows. Exhale, relaxing in. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, relaxing. And then just go ahead and collapse the spine. Normally I say let's keep our back straight, but we're going to let the back round. Let the head go. Take a couple deep breaths. And unroll the spine, rising up. We're going to come back to hands and knees. So however you get there, you can swing the legs around and find your way back to table. Right from here, we're going to work on the left side. I'm going to switch around though, just so that my back doesn't face you, but you're good where you are. So inhale, lift the left leg, but not too high, just as high as the hip. Rotate the thigh inwardly. Now we feel the core back on line. Kick that right foot slightly out to the right. A little bit of a pivot, and start to take the left arm up towards the sky. Remember, bring the foot down if that was too intense. And we'll take another deep breath, and then we're going to do as we did before, either lifting and lowering the leg or taking the lifted leg and exhaling elbow to knee. So 5 times with the breath. After the 5th one, we will bring the hand back down, straighten up the foot to that right knee, and come into pigeon. Left knee comes forward to the left hand, right leg slides back. Again, find the right place for the left foot. Either under hip or slightly to the right, and then start to release down. Check in with the facial muscles and see maybe something got a little tense just in that little period since the last time we were in this position on the right side. So, even if you're still as relaxed as you were, you probably can relax a little bit more. So see if you can let go around the ears, the chin, the lips, cheeks. Relax the eyes and the eyelids. Soften the eyebrows. And again, the forehead and the temples. Let's say 2 more breaths. All right, let's start to come up. So we're only coming up about halfway. We're going to roll to the left hip and bring that right leg forward. Left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Maybe the right knee is bent to help sit up. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, find the hands somewhere to the leg. And then remember, it's this nice fluid motion this time. So inhaling, straightening the arms. Exhaling, softening and caving in, releasing the head. Inhaling, straightening the arms, lift the head. Exhale, softening in. We might have done this maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times. I don't remember from the other side. So just do what feels right, and then whenever you're ready, let yourself go into the posture, feeling a slight stretch in the back of the leg, but also letting the head release and feeling some sensation through the spine, surrounding muscles. A couple more deep breaths. Now we are going to take standing postures today, but before we do, let's unroll the spine, bring the head up, and cross the ankles so we are right and seated in easy posture. We're going to move the spine fluidly, like a cat-cow, but from seated, and that sometimes is called camel. So you have maybe heel underneath shin, and the legs folded into each other. That's great. If it's comfortable, maybe separate the feet from the shin or the foot from the shin, taking the foot slightly forward and see if that works out. We're just going to hold the front shin and foot. And then inhale, take the shoulders back, the chest forward, the head back. Exhale, draw the head down, shoulders forward, rounding through the upper back. Inhaling, shoulders back, head back. Exhaling, shoulders, head forward. So let's continue this. And we can go at a very slow pace, 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Or we can play around with energy and start to intentionally force more breath in and out. So it's a stronger sensation. So it would be more like this. And that really helps lift the energy. And I find it helps get more motion in the upper back. So take the pace that feels right for you. And we're going to keep going a little bit more, allowing the sense of fluidity of the spine to be expressed. Just a few more. One more. Inhaling. And neutralizing the spine. Let's go into a little bit of a twist. Plant the right foot down. Keep the left foot where it is, underneath the right thigh, close to the hip. Take the right hand behind, fingers face back. Lift the left arm. Take that elbow outside of the thigh. Get tall and then turn to the right. Now we really want to put this pressure into that leg because that's going to help get some tension out of the upper back. It does help to rotate the shoulder inwardly. So if you drop that forearm, you get a little bit more there. Before we take the other side, we're going to utilize this tension we've created in the arm with this resistance. So come to center and then cross the ankles and just take this right arm and hug that left arm in. Maybe breathing out through the mouth, letting any blockages in that left shoulder smooth out and be released. And relax the left arm. We're going to plant the left foot in front of the right foot and draw that right foot in slightly. Left hand behind, fingers face back. Take the right arm, reach it up. Exhale, right elbow outside of the thigh. Get nice and tall in the spine. Exhale, put that pressure between the arm and the leg. Turning the head all the way to the left, the eyes all the way to the left, and then turning the forearm down, maintaining that pressure. The breath still flowing and changing the mind into a calmer state. And we'll inhale. Come to center, cross the ankles, keep that right arm out to the left, and then hug it in with the left arm. So I was on my computer today. I could feel my right shoulder burning from this. So notice any sensations, any little imbalances. Maybe an exhale out through the mouth. And release. Come over to hands and knees. And then right into downward facing dog. So roll over the toes, lift the knees, take the hips back. Just a few breaths here. Remember to separate the feet or bend the knees or both to help get weight towards the feet, towards the legs. So it's not quite an even distribution. I'd say it's maybe like 70% of the weight towards the legs, 30 to the hands. Next exhale, step the feet forward or walk them forward. Come into a forward fold, release. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower down. Come back up halfway. And then bring the hands to the hips, soft bend in the knees maybe, and rising up to standing at the top of the mat. Bring the palms together and just stand nice and tall as you breathe deeply. We'll take a couple standing postures. So let's step the right foot to the back of the mat, or however you're positioned with your device, whatever makes sense, just opening the legs out. So they're nice and wide. Take the arms out to a T, take the shoulders back and down, and the ankles about as far apart as the wrists. Let's go into extended triangle posture. Turn the right foot to face the short side of the mat, left foot faces the long side. Actually, first warrior B. Lunge into the right knee, and then look past the right fingertips. Relax the shoulders down. Feel the fingers on each hand pull away from each other. Soften the eyes. It's not a hard stare. It's a soft look forward so we can maintain our concentration within. And then we'll go ahead and straighten the right leg and find our extended triangle. Reach out with the right arm. Pause there. Start to feel the pull on the back of the right leg towards the inner thigh. Bring right hand down to the right leg. Make sure the trunk is over the right leg. Then inhale, lift the left arm. So if it's directly over, you would look down and you could see the foot's right in line with, almost in line with the face. If not, the trunk is kind of coming outwards towards the edge of the mat. And that's a tendency. So I always want to make sure you'll get much more out of it if you have this line up with trunk and leg. Look up past the left hand. And then let's take this left arm up and over the left ear, like we're in a really nice deep side bend, so we get a bit more of a pull through the side body. Take the left arm back up towards the sky, look down at the right foot, inhale up to standing arms to a T. Warrior B on the left side. So pivot the feet, palms facing down, lunge into the left knee, look past the left fingertips. Soft eyes. Strong, deep breath. And a solid stance, feeling the feet pressing downward while the spine is reaching upward. And we'll straighten the left leg, extended triangle. Reach out with the left arm. Lower, well, before you lower, pay attention to the sensations, and then bring the left hand down. Take the right arm up towards the sky, looking up past the right hand. And you can always look down towards that left foot to make sure that you're over the leg. Looking more in a neutral position, take that right arm up and over the right ear for a nice stretch through the right side. And bring the right arm back up. Look down towards the left foot. Inhale, rise up to standing. Arms to a T, and then we'll let the toes face the long side of the mat. We're going to find eagle arms and turn it into a fold. So take the arms and reach them up. Cross elbow to elbow. Keep the right elbow closer to the chest for the first one. And then, we might only get to the forearms. We might be able to get the tops of the hands to press into each other, or we might be able to intertwine the forearms and bring the palms together. Either way, we're creating kind of a tension with the arms. So then let's take the hands, keeping them folded into each other as best as we can. Take them upwards as we come into slight back bend, and then exhale, fold over the legs, keeping the arms intertwined, lock together, though you're trying to kind of take the elbows and the hands forward towards the floor. Let the head go. And put a soft bend in the knees, unroll the spine, keep the arms interlaced. We'll switch arms. So next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left elbow inside of the right elbow, so left elbow closer to the chest. Find some way that you can lock the arms into each other. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Let the head go. And This time we'll unwind the arms right from here and walk the hands closer to the right leg. We're just going into a little bit of a stretch from standing, feeling low back, left side, and the back of the right leg stretching. Let's walk over to the left leg. Back into the middle. Take a deep breath in through the nose, come up halfway. Exhale through the mouth and release down. Maybe walk the hands back a step or two. And then come back up halfway. So wherever you're located, find your way to the front of the mat, walking your hands there. Hands come down to the knees, into table. Find your way to standing on the knees. Just for a moment, we're going to take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, and squeeze the shoulders back, open up the chest. And release the hands, come to seated, crossing the ankles, sitting up tall. Here, we'll go through the neck for a moment. So fold hands into each other, and then turn the head left and right. Bring the head to center, turn the head up and down. Becoming aware of how relaxed you are even as you're active. Bring the head to center and lift the right ear up. And the more relaxed we are, physically, mentally, the more present we can be for ourselves and others. So physical yoga has so much more of an impact on our lives than sometimes we realize. Bring the head back to center, lift the left ear. Softening the forehead, softening the eyes. And bring the head to center, tilt, left, right. Take a deep breath in with the head centered. Exhale, release the chin down and breathe out through the mouth. Maybe a nice sigh or two. And then we will bring the head to center and bring the hands together and create some heat with the palms. Close the eyes. You might even close them really tight, so shutting them really tight and then relaxing them, and then shutting really tight and relaxing. Again, tight, relaxing, feeling the heat build. And then with the eyelids relaxed, bring the palms to the eyes. Enjoy the darkness and the heat. And then release the hands and come all the way down to the back so we can rest in Shavasana. So all the way down with the feet towards the edges of the mat, the arms resting alongside the body, the palms flipped up towards the sky. Feel the entire body sink a little bit into the mat, as if you can visualize the shape of the body on the mat, like it's making an impression. And then allow the head to feel a little heavier, so you can relax the neck a little bit more. Feel the right eye sink into the eye socket, and the left eye sinking into the eye socket. Feel the crown of the head release and soften. Feel the throat open. Feel the heart center open. Feel the low back relax. And let the feet feel heavy. As if you're watching from above the body, notice the body, notice how calm it is. As if you're watching from above, notice how calm the mind is, how settled the heart is. And then allow yourself to completely rest, both body and mind. Start to simply become aware of the breath without changing anything. Become aware of the body. And then start to breathe more deeply, coming back. Coming back to movement in the body, bringing fingers, maybe thumbs graze the fingertips, maybe toes start to wiggle, maybe wrists and ankles move around. And then we'll take the arms and reach them behind, stretch the toes forward, lift the belly button a little bit and get a back bend. And then bring the knees in, wrap the arms around them, give them a nice big squeeze. And you can rock up to seated, or you can roll to the side and then press your way up using a hand. And we'll bring the palms together, close the eyes, taking a moment to really enjoy that silence. The more that we can give ourselves the time to enjoy that inner silence and intensify our awareness, the more we can be better people for other people. So we do this practice not just for ourselves. Let's seal that with a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.